You tired of flying boring ships and you want something with just a little bit more pizzazz, but that pizzazz isn't going to cost you performance? I got a ship for you I think you're going to enjoy. Let's check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, behold the awakening i03 from Lael or IEL. Not available in a blueprint. Token is 7.5 million. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a little while when we jump in game. Ship is absolutely gorgeous. It's an XS core with 4 small containers linked via a hub. Can get 100 plus tons of cargo into space. And also reach 1,000 kilometers an hour in the atmosphere. It says performance can vary based on piloting skills, although this ship is a joy to fly, and we will look at that more shortly. Here's some proof of concept showing that it both gets around in space and atmosphere, and looks absolutely gorgeous doing it. So, without further ado, let's get in there and look at this thing in person. I think you guys are going to be impressed. Holy cow, is this ship not only amazing looking, but incredibly fun to fly. It is nimble, it is fast, it corners like you wouldn't believe, it brakes and reaccelerates. I mean, we'll get into that here in a second, but let's take a walk around this thing. And you really need to be in person to just appreciate what goes into the design and voxel work here. I mean, these little nuances, it's just, I've never seen anything like it. It's really, really beautiful. I'm going to jump up top here. There's some more stuff up here, like these little triangular inlays here, which add for a nice little finned effect. Let's jump down, go back to the front of this. Take a look. We've got 2 medium retro rockets. Let's get our maneuver tool out and bring it up in the air. I believe we have 8 small vertical boosters, 3 medium vertical boosters, adjusters aplenty. Let's flip it a little bit more. We've got some wings to the back. Now looking down the rear of it, 1, 2, 3 medium atmospheric engines and 4 small atmospheric engines with 1 medium space. Ailerons like crazy. Look at the top of this thing. Let's see here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 small containers, which are maybe, there we go. If I grab this thing again, let's set it back down. Oop. The containers are linked via a container hub, which is in this little slit right here. The container hub acts as the center of gravity for your ship when there's stuff in it, and it's very important where you place that thing, what gets lost. I think in the tokenized pricing, and I kind of touched on this a little bit in the intro when I was saying we'll get back to that. I think people are expecting way too much of the token price to include the total cost of elements that are on this ship. And I mean, there's not 7.5 million worth of elements on this ship. But what is part of that pricing is not only the design work, but the engineering that goes into making this ship fly as beautifully as it does. So I'm going to bring up my overlay here again. Let's jump into the ship and get to flying. I hope I didn't miss anything there. Very simple interior. There's a gyro. I've never used it, but it's there if you need it. Very simple interior, nothing quote unquote luxurious. Geez, words are hard. And we've got a couple of seats here for your buddies. The core, I'll probably move and voxel that thing in so it's a little bit more secure, just in case you accidentally leave your hatch open and plow this thing into the planet. So jumping into the pilot seat, typically this thing does not come with a HUD. I loaded orbital right out of the gate. I like it. You can see on the left there are our 4 atmospheric tanks, our 2 space fuel tanks, which I'm not sure if I touched on that real quick. Let's jump back out. I'm sorry for making everybody excited about the flight. Let's bring it up. Bring up our refuel tool. So we now have visibility of the 1, 2, 3, 4 atmospheric, and then our 2 space fuel tanks. And this is the only way to access them right now. I'm not sure if that will change. Let's get back in and close the hatch. Jump in the pilot seat. And we're going to go ahead and hit G to lift us off. It just bounces right up. We're just shy of 60 tons. So this thing is basically empty except for fuel. I'm going to throw the throttle up all the way to 100%, take the brake off, and in no time we are climbing with the greatest of ease. Look at how beautiful this ship looks from the back. Just for giggles, let's make everybody sick with a barrel roll. I love it. In terms of maneuverability, we can go A, we can go D for yaw. We can roll with what? Q and E. We can come over here and just bank into a turn and have almost no speed loss. And look how fast we recenter ourselves. If you want to just go ahead and say, let's go into space. Let's pitch this thing up to darn near vertical. And we will just climb right into space engine range. And in no time, you're going to be blasting out of the atmosphere. I only pitched it back down just a hair. That space engine is cranking up. We have no altitude gain loss at all. And we're just climbing out. We all know what this looks like. I'm going to go ahead and throttle this thing all the way back off. Let's get back into the atmosphere and land this thing, because not only does it take off and fly exceptionally well, but this thing can just land like a boss. And let's not try to burn ourselves up here. Here we go. We're just nosediving right in, coming almost to a stop on brakes alone. Let's throttle up. We're going to come in here. I don't know who owns this property, but congratulations. You are now part of our video. I'm going to throttle off, hit the brake, hit G, and this thing is just going to land itself. Folks, if you don't own one of these, you need to, because my word, I love flying this ship. It is so much fun. Fast, nimble, gorgeous. Get one. Stop messing around. Don't make excuses. And yeah, link for the DU creators site is in the description below. Tell them I sent you. And there it is, folks. The Awakening, an absolutely gorgeous ship that flies as good as it looks. If you pick one up, you're going to have a great time too. Link for the creator in the description below. And don't forget to hit that like button, hit the subscribe, link for my Discord and Twitch also in the description below. And yeah, until next time, fly dangerous. We'll see you around.